Alrighty, we knew this was coming, the usual thing where they have a little Q&A for new characters. So, TIE Defender just came out, and here's his Q&A. First question is ridiculously obvious. I knew this was going to be coming because everybody was complaining about it, but it says, it's fully established canon that the Defender is a Thrawn project. Why have it not be with Thrawn? Wow, what a weird way to phrase that. The Thrawn Chimera answer. When looking at new units to add, we always consider where their use case is, and what areas of the game could use a boost. Chimera has been in a good spot since TIE Interceptor, and while Executrix got help with Scythe, we recognize the difficulty in acquiring Scythe, while at the same time we wanted to give a helping hand to players who are still working on building competitive fleets. That is something that I had kind of speculated, was that maybe they see it as Chimera is pretty good, so they chose Executrix because it's kind of fallen by the wayside now. It's not really a top ship anymore like it used to be. And so I was thinking maybe they just randomly chose that one to try to give it new life. Because at the end of the day, there is no real synergy in that kit that is tying it down to Executrix. You could use it with any Empire or Capital ship. Just because they're suggesting this one doesn't mean you have to do it. And they basically just admitted that, it's just a way to try to freshen things up. What's up with all these lowercases? First off, Thrawn over here is lowercase twice. That's his name. That should be capital. Then this one, can, with a lowercase. You start sentences with a capital. Any mother effing ways. Can special forces be prevented or dispelled? Special forces is a blue-colored status effect. These are not buffs nor debuffs, and thus can't be prevented, resisted, or dispelled. What the F? Why am I unfamiliar with blue? I always see green or red. What's blue? Oh, is blue like those little circle things that I never understand? I get it. Never mind. Who pilots this ship? What a dick-ass question. Are you serious right now? It's all over the kit. It was talked about in the forums. It's in the kit reveal and all that. The picture is right up there. Just look at the thumbnail to this video. Her face is right there in the corner. Who the fuck do you think pilots this? What kind of dumb question is that? Who's the moron that asked that? And then who's the bigger moron at CG that actually put this in here? Nobody's asking that, because anybody that pays attention knows. So don't put this in this thing. F that person. Let them be lost in the dark then if they're that stupid. Anyways, why a TIE Defender is an attacker? Good sentence structure there. So many laser cannons and ion torpedoes. Pew, pew, pew. Okay, so that's kind of a dumb answer, but I get what they're saying. So the question is, why is TIE Defender an attacker instead of like a tank or even a support? Like, it doesn't make sense that it's an attacker when it's called a defender. And then they answer like that, meaning like, well, you do have a point, but there's so many guns, laser cannons and ion torpedoes on this thing that it almost makes more sense to make it an attacker. Why is this thing a defender while having so many offensive capabilities? Then again, they always say a strong offense is the best defense, so I guess it goes hand in hand. Maybe this question being asked, why is it an attacker, is a dumb question, because, a strong attacker can still be a good defense. Think about all the strong tanks that they have. Malik, he's a tank. General Kenobi, he's a tank. Who else is pretty solid, hits pretty good? That's a tank. There's a lot of good tanks nowadays. I say nowadays in comparison to like when the game first came out, because that's when the tanks sucked. We had Old Ben, Royal Guard, Clone Wars Chewie, Tebow, and Stormtrooper Han. Like, none of them are putting up any damage nowadays. There's so many tanks and there's a lot of good ones. Anyways, will the ship still be useful without the Scythe? That was part of the original intent when the ship was put onto the roadmap, and we tested with and without Scythe as part of the fleet. So what are they saying? That it's still meant to be useful without Scythe? I mean, I think so. I mean, did you read the kit? There was nothing directly tying it to the Scythe. It sounds pretty solid by itself. What star does TIE Defender unlock at? 4. I mean, it's kind of a dumb question, but it's kind of not, because they never explicitly told you. However, since this is a galactic chase unit, I'm pretty sure every Galactic Chase unit so far has been 4-star, so I mean, you know, it's like an if-then statement. If Outrider unlocked at 4-star, then so should the TIE Defender. If this ship count like a TIE Fighter, this should be added also for the TIE Reaper. This was carefully crafted around the TIE Defender having the counts as. Adding it to others will have to be carefully considered to not skew balanced targets. At first, this question doesn't make any sense, but then I get it what they're saying. It says, if this ship count like a TIE Fighter, this should be added also for the TIE Reaper. It's kind of just a whole bunch of words like, what? But what they're really trying to say is, since this ship counts as a TIE Fighter, comma, then the TIE Reaper should also count as a TIE Fighter. Can you guys put the strategy tips inspiration after the kit? It makes more sense to read the kit, then learn why you chose those things, and journal idea on how to use it after, rather than before. Okay, so I have a couple of ideas on that one. First off, yes, this guy does have a point. It would make sense to put the kit and then talk about the ship after. Especially when they're directly talking about moves, like strategy, and you're like, okay, I don't even know what the kit's about yet, so you're giving me strategy for something that I am blind to currently. But at the same time, the developer's insights when they're talking about why they chose it makes sense to put it before. It's like, so we're adding this character to the game, and this is why. And then you get a little history on it, and then you see it. It's almost like a trailer to a movie. You don't, you know, they always launch a trailer first. You don't just see the movie, and then the trailer comes out after. So I don't know. I think maybe just kind of switch it up a little bit. Don't include strategy tips in the beginning. Do the developer's insights, then the kit reveal, then strategy tips. Anyways, we'll run it past the boss man Meathead. Fuck him, he's an idiot. Even in this recent update we had, where they put Sana Staros is now farmable, and somebody else got second sister got farmable. Got accelerated. He called both of them they. Oh, Sana Staros is now farmable at this area. They will be blah blah blah, and they will be replacing this character, which is still farmable here. And then second sister, and it's like, shut the fuck up with your dumb they nonsense. You know these are both girls, women, she, moron. I hate this stupid Meathead guy. I thought he was supposed to be temperate, and we've had this dickbag for about a year now. Anyways, why is Iden piloting a Defender instead of her Special Forces TIE Fighter or the Corvus? Corvus' scale is a bit weird for our fleet battles right now, and her TIE Fighter isn't that visually different than a normal TIE Fighter. When taking that into consideration, we looked at what cool ships she was capable of flying for the Empire, and we've been looking at getting a non-crewless TIE Defender into the game for a while. Yeah, actually, the other TIE Defender, that's the crewless one, right? That ship's pretty solid. It's like a tank, it hits hard too. Yeah, no one said anything about that one. Is that an attacker or is that a tank? Because that one hits pretty good too. Nobody complained about that one, though. They only complained about this one. Oh, why is it an attacker? Why the new buff? Formation is not new. It was on Scythe, and Special Forces is a blue status effect, not a buff. Special Forces allows us to give it cool additional abilities when used as a reinforcement, and keeps the ability descriptions as succinct as possible. Why all the good stuff locked in reinforcement abilities? That's Scythe, Interceptor, and Defender better as reinforcements. We bake various degrees of awesomeness into reinforcement abilities so you can make some impactful decisions when upgrading and assembling your fleets for the task at hand. I mean, why are you complaining anyways if they're a reinforcement? Who cares? Still put them on the squad, put them to come in as a reinforcement. Now you get all those cool bonuses that the reinforcement came with, and you're still using the ship. What are you going to cry about it for? I want to put it on the front lines, but now you're going to use it as reinforcement. Yeah, and? It's just like Vader's ship. He's better as reinforcement because he comes in and gives everybody the stacks of damage over time. Like, that's how I always use him. I'm not crying about it. I know he'll eventually come out and he'll put those damage over times, and then that's sick. Is Crumb puzzling again? 45 King, the real questions now. 45 King, the REAL questions N0W. Okay. Oh, I get it. 45 King is asking the real questions now. Because I just spelled this stupidly. Since Valentine's Day is next month, could we see the protagonists from Lost Stars arrive as characters with their own ships? Imperials and Rebels should be good in the space battlefield for the time being. Oh, okay. Basically, that was, nope, fuck you, and just a nice, calm, casual beat around the bush way. Why not make it an unmanned vessel? It is unmanned because it's womaned. While we love crewless ships, we want to make sure that they stay relevant at the relic levels of pilot as the relic levels of pilots increase over where they were when they were added crewless to the game. What the F did that say? While we love crewless ships, we want to make sure that they stay relevant as the relic levels of pilots increase over where they were when we added crewless to the game. Okay, I see what they're saying. It's very wordy and confusing, but they're basically saying crewless is difficult for them because it almost makes them unviable versus a crewed ship because, you know, as that character's relics go higher, then obviously they're adding to the ship. That ship's getting better. Where a crewless one's maxed out after you max out the moves and the level. Oh, and the stars, but... So just give it a little boost to its power, though, then it stays on the same playing field. Doesn't need... The ones with crew get stronger because of the crew. Ones without crew are just stronger. Just do that. That's so hard. Anyways, we have some ideas for solutions for crewless, but we are not ready to implement any yet. Besides, Aiden needs to fly. And what's cooler than a defender for her? Why does she need to fly? Does the max 2 for resilient defense apply to the amount she can have on her at maximum, or the maximum that she can gain in a single use of the ability? The amount that she can have at maximum total. She can get 2 stacks in a single use, however. I mean, that's what I assumed. That was the max total she can have, max 2. I didn't think it was the other way around. But they're also saying that both can be true. She can get them both in one use, but then that's it for the whole time, just 2. Anyways, yeah, there it is. Community questions. Some of them were obvious, like this one I knew was going to come. Some of them were stupid, like the Iden Versio one. Some of them are really stupid, like this dumb is crumb puzzling again. Like that has nothing to do with anything. Why are you adding that into the TIE Defender? That has nothing to do with the ship. Don't waste our time putting stupid stuff in there, dickhead. I mean, meathead. Anyways, that's all we got for now, so yeah. I guess thanks for checking this out, and until next time, I said see ya.